you're ready and inside the game, we're live in 3, 2, 1, and I promise I'll never play Anabot again. We're live with Morrigu taking on Overdose, as Morrigu will set themselves up on the Axis side, lining with Juke, Toxic, Silent, Julia, Juke, and Aimbrot, as their XP just mixes up who I'm naturally naming. Unix, Junus, Cetos, someone. Nils, Nugget, and Whistle over on the Overdose side, as Junus will go down. Toxic with the MP40 frag, starting things off as Morrigu locked down that first stage, first attack pretty well, but Cetos is going to come forward, and he will take one down. And they don't, oh, they do have a medic. Juke will come across and say hello, as Overdose now regroup, re-attack. 45 seconds or so have passed, and so far so good for Morrigu as they withstand pressure. But Junus looks like he might have got through, and Junus is going to charge on in towards that flag. The Allied side will cap that full bunker, and 3 minutes for the Axis team will surge on around him. As Nils now for Overdose will come down, and Overdose will grenade up towards that first floor window, and in fact, Nils' grenade manages to bounce all over Whistle, and Aimbrot will come up with a rifle nade. Silent artillery support will rain on in. Romeo with another MP40 frag, and Overdose will finish the job. Will lose their last man, and now a big 5-man respawn for Overdose as they have to regroup. The first 1 minute and 20 have gone to the Morrigu side. And, well, without fail, they continue to rain in the fire. There are 3 of them going down, but the revives have come in. And now a 6-man assault from Overdose is about to charge on in. Nils and Whistle have picked themselves up a frag. Junus is going to hop himself up towards that middle level. Cetos, Unix, both going down towards this front door. 3 of them will charge on in, and there will be 1 frag, but they've got an engineer, and it's Nils. He's all on his own, half health, but he will get that dynamite down right in the nick of time. The medics have tapped out, and the reinforcements are on their way. Toxic and Juke have dealt with the flag, and they're waiting on reinforcements, but with the dynamite down, those 2 medics are just going to have to pray that they can go for it, and Morrigu have decided to attack this one with just 15 seconds left on it. They are in trouble here, Morrigu, because I would have spawned back there, but they haven't, and then unless Silent can get this defuse or get players through that gate in 5 seconds, this game's over, or this first stage is over, and the Panther Faust from Rizzle will end that stage. And that'll be that. You're inside the game with TosspoT. Your ETTV sync-up is coming any second now as Juke will combine with Romeo. And wherefore art thou, Romeo, as Juke will go down. And that'll be that. It is 12 minutes and 25 seconds. 24, 23, 22, 21. And Overdose will push forward now in towards that command post as Nils will go on through. Julia is going to be shot down in the back by Nugget. And well, we're on to that second stage. We've had ourselves a good first stage effort from the Morrigu side as they deal with the Overdose threat, and Toxic with a double support fire for the Axis side. I'll take down one of his own teammates actually, so nothing quite to write home about there. Overdose now grenading over towards that front entrance. Junus, Whistle all going down towards the East Depot wall. They will get it planted, and the Axis team will push forward. Junus is there, joined by Nugget. And Morrigu will lock down all avenues to goal. And we have Nils about to make his way forward. Join as Overdose move in towards east and lock it all down. The main is going to go yellow as well. They will swarm around that Axis engineer, who was Nils, and he self-killed actually. But Whistle will come across, and the grenade from Toxic saves him. And the dynamite should just fade away. It will start to fade away, and Whistle will die, in fact, before it fades away. And then Axis fire effect will rain in. Depot side will breach on the east side with 11 minutes and 15 seconds on the board, as we now have Toxic making his way forward, and he made his way towards that side tunnel and got shot down, as Morrigu now, with 4 players left up, will defend the east, because the main's about to be planted. In fact, Nils is the man that wants to get it. He's got no health, but he's going to get there with the help of Cetos and Whistle, and there's a grenade rains in from Jupe. It'll finish off Nils, but it's too little too late. I can't see there being an engineer having a hope in hell of getting towards that dynamite, as there are Overdose players all over it. Toxic is about to bowl a grenade up Nugget's backside. Nugget somehow survives, turns around and shoots down Toxic. I have no idea how the hell Nugget survived that, but as the engineer went for that dynamite, Toxic Not quite the WCG World Champion Toxic, but the other one is down and out as the Overdose will reclaim and regroup here. As Junis with the grenade drops one, Toxic's going to be shot down by Unix as he will get pushed out of position as we look around and go towards this west depot wall. And now as the grenade rains over, the Allied side will go around towards the west. 10 minutes and 11 seconds as the truck charges on in through the main. Morrigu, so far, just about so good. They need to be holding on to this next stage for a good few minutes now, just to secure themselves a reasonable time and an opportunity to push on forward. They don't have that just yet, as Aimbrot's going to go forward. There is Jupe going to get shot down, and the grenade will come in to avenge his death as CTOS will make his way towards that main entrance and self-kill. The big thing Overdose have going for them right now is that they have all entries to goal wide open, and they can mount a three-pronged attack if they so choose. Romeo has been shot down, and well, there'll be no poison this time as Toxic goes forward and Whistle is the man under fire, and Whistle will take the frag. Whistle's going to move the truck all the way into position, joined by Jonas, and Overdose will get it down and get the job done as they move on to this second stage, and it's looking like Morrigu suddenly look like they're in a bit of trouble. I'll tell you what, I think I've gotten fat because I cannot fit through the doors that I used to be able to fit through on my shuttle. I don't know whether ET is fattest against people that have laptops, but Dynamite defused at the depot vent, but the bigger problem could be coming through that main entrance as CTOS is going to make his push forward. And Overdose, they're going to lose one, and Jonas will go down, but Silent hits the deck. CTOS is going to go down to Toxic's MP40 as he comes up the back, and the attack from Overdose has been slowed, but not quite ended as a grenade gets launched in the thick of things. Silent's going to lose his life. Unix is coming up those stairs, and MP40 dropped down. Aimbrot will go down, as there's a grenade onto Unix. Nils is on the main stairs with a grenade. He's going to wait and launch it down towards Axis Respawn, which is coming any second now. Whistle tops a frag, dropping Romeo, and with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go, here comes Nails. Jihad grenade powers down Julia as Overdose power on through this main entrance. The Axis side down and out. They need revives. They've got 2 players left that could be picked up. Eunice is going to come through. Do I see an engineer? No, and they may be able to get 4 because Aimbot's come through and has picked up the frag. Sorry, Aimbrot, as I'll get there in the end. And CTOS is going to cover his team 6, and 2 of the Overdose players will get back into position. The Axis team have paused, and well, I can't see quite why, but it does look like the crane controls are all clear for an assault from Overdose. They've 2 medics up, and now is the time when you as an Axis team, and it looks like Morrigu are doing exactly that. Morrigu said, we lost that top stage. Let's funnel out and filter out those engineers. It looks like Aimbrot is going to make his way forward. Toxic's already pushing forward. Where are those engineers? Nuggin's made his way through the main entrance, but he's a medic. And as I cycle through, I don't see... Nils is one of the engineers for the Allied side. They've only got 2. Whistle is the other one, and Whistle is coming down the tunnel. So there is opportunity to move here, but as Morrigu look at this now, they have to make a clever decision. They have to say, right, push forward. Let's force Overdose out of our defensive position on those crane controls. And this is where Morrigu will be tested the most. We are paused on 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Morrigu can reclaim that top level, and well, we will see whether we will see what's up as to the pause. And Morrigu can reclaim that top level. They're just going to have to play this one pretty intensely clever. Intensely clever, is that even a word? I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll be right back. Wesbo paused and did not say a thing. We shall return. You're inside the game. This is some... I don't know. This is some razor lighting in the morning. There we go, I was chatting away in the microphone. So as Overdose have pushed forward now, CTOS going to claim tops and frag on Brot, as Romeo will turn it around, and they're looking for those engineers. They want to filter them out one by one, but they may have done enough to force Overdose to move to allow Silent back into position. And what do you do if you're Silent now? Do you just sit yourself in there? And that's exactly what he's doing. And if he does sit there, I'll be very... Oh, he's going to get a helping hand from Romeo, as Romeo will down Unix. And, well, Nuggin and Nils are now at the bottom of the stairs, but they're struggling here as Romeo will pick up an MP40 frag on Whistle. And the Engineer and Medic combination now making their way up the stairs from Overdoses. Morrigu look to lock down every avenue, and they're going to do that. Luger frag from Juke. Romeo with a Thompson, and Julia, excuse me, is going to make his way up towards the top stairs. Nuggin will go down. Unix is coming up those stairs now for the Axis team as we look through towards the something. There we go. I'll work that one out. As we make our way forward with Overdose, and Overdose will have Junus coming up those stairs. Unix is there, and the crane controls have been constructed right behind the Axis team's back, but they've got Silent and they've got Toxic in position, so, well, it's all on Nuggin. He's got Thompson frag 1, he's got Saitos coming to back him up, and the two of them now must build these crane controls. There are two Axis players left up and standing. Nuggin's been dropped and gibbed. Saitos is going to make his way forward now. No more allied players to back this up. Here it comes. Junus is the cavalry, but there are 4 Axis players, maybe even just 3, as they will make their way forward. Toxic's going to get a revive, and Junus decided he was just going to go for gold, and he was not going to get there. And now we have Julia coming on up as the covert ops. He or she will satchel charge down the controls as, well, Silent will get in the way. What the hell was Silent doing there? As the construction's being destroyed right there. And, well, Silent, are you on drugs? No, I'm kidding. Overdose coming up those main stairs. Cetos is there, and Cetos is going to go on through as he will claim that grenade frag. He's got no backup behind him, but Nuggets pick up the Thompson frag onto 1, and Cetos will claim the Thompson frag on to Toxic, and Overdose are on these stairs and in position. 3 of them charging on up. Dynamite goes down on the depot fence to give Overdose another attack avenue, but they may break it through here, and they have done. Niels is going to go in, and he takes a shot in the back, but he'll make his way forward. Cetos will cover his back, and the Allied team will get this stage now. Construction completed, the button's been pressed, and the gold is well and truly moving its way onto the back of the truck. And the Axis team already in position and waiting for them. 2 at the truck and 3 at the main entrance. Fire for effect is there as well. Good timing for Morrigu. Once they realized they lost it, they wasted absolutely no time in getting back and getting all hands on deck as the depot defense has been destroyed. Nils and Nuggin are there. And Overdose will push forward. They have to escort this truck now, and they have got the gold in it, and it has moved about an inch. But that is, well, a good 500 inches away from where it's going to go. As we look with Morrigu, they have 4 players setting themselves up here at the back avenue as Nils is going to make his way forward. There's Jonas as well, and the 2 medics now will try to push in through what was the East Depot entrance. His grenade will fly on through. Here's Toxic now, and Toxic sink Nils sky high with a grenade, but he lives to fight another day, and he'll pick up Jonas, and Overdose will move around, and there are 5 players around this truck for Overdose, and they are well and truly away as we have 4.5 minutes to go for Overdose, and Axis respawn is just commenced as we look around, and there's a support fire coming in from Julia. Take down 1 and one of his teammates. Rot and Juke will push forward. Julia will go down, and Overdose will pick up 3 unreplied frags. Romeo from the back. Where for Rot now as he picks up 2 MP40 frags. Gonna make his way for the revives. Will just mean that was one mountain too big for Romeo as Cetus is going to make his way through, and we'll get down by Toxic, who then went down to Nugget, and the truck will move away, and we will be looking at about an 11-minute and 10-second time. Well, it's possible. It's certainly not a bad time, and we'll be right back for the second half of Map 1 here on Inside the Game. That team hack. We are underway in just a moment. You're inside the game in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are fight and away with ET Cup semifinal number 1. Morrigu taking on Overdose as Toxic will go straight up that ladder. Almost unopposed there as he comes up. They'll get the revive on the top of the ladder, and that'll allow Jupe up the backside, and they're running towards this flag. Flag it on this stuff. And he will get shot down, and well, it was an audacious run, and they've still got 2 players up. Romeo is going to have to go for the revive, and Jonas with an MP40 and Luca frag will finish the job. And Morrigu will look at that and say we should have done better. Unix will lock down this main entrance, and the construction, which must have been about half done. There are 6 players actually from Morrigu. They're going for broke here on this main entrance. None of that side entrance rush, which we see oh so many times as they come forward, and they will lose one. Brot is going to the grenade forward. Toxic's going to get the dynamite down, and they won't go through that main entrance through that side just yet. I think they should. I think it will be wise to just throw a diversion over and keep Nugget occupied, and as we have the grenades raining on in, this is very one-dimensional from Morrigu, and they're getting swarmed left, right, center on this main ladder, and it's because Nugget's allowed to roam all the way behind them, and he will shoot them down from allied respawn as the Axis team push forward. Jupe will run up that ladder and probably get shot down from behind any second now. And waiting on that tracer fire coming in, and here it is any second now. Nugget's going to come up behind them, and well, he'll either whip out the knife, which I think he's going to look forward to, as we now have a double artillery raining in, and Nugget will come in with a double MP40 frag. And now is the time over to Morrigu to realize you should be attacking at least one little bit through the back, because otherwise you are going to get raked so hard that it bleeds. But we'll see. 5-6 players again from Morrigu going to make their way through that front side. I'll tell you what, this is crazy. They're going to go on again and again, and well, I suppose they're taking heart from if at first you don't succeed, try again. As they pick up one frag and they bowl a whole arsenal of grenades in that main entrance. Whistle is kept standing just by his shoelaces as we now have Whistle going through, and it'll be Saitos with the Thompson frag making his way through. Toxic's going to go on in, and now Juliet will make his way forward, joined by Toxic. Toxic should go around and plant back. I think that would be a wise idea, Mr. Toxic, but he's not going to. Juliet will go through main, and there are 4 players ready to blow Juliet to high heavens, and Nugget is going to be the man that will finish the job off after the rifle nade came in. This might have allowed enough of an attack through main to get a construction built, but I don't think it has. No, it hasn't. And, well, once again, the Axis side have all but got control of this map. And it's through this one-dimensional attack. Unix and Nils are coming through. And Morrigu, what the heck are you doing? I mean, come on. Don't make me get in that damn game server and show you that there's a side entrance you can attack to at least cause a diversion. You know, oh wow, my internet connection's not hot. But you know, you're almost standard. Morrigu picking up 2 quick frags there before Nils comes in down to Romeo. And the command post will go up. 6:55 on the board. Finally, is all I can say, as Brot will get picked up by Juliet, and the Axis side will, well, they won't regroup. Nils is still pushed a long way forward. And Juliet will go on through and claim one. Not going to happen there, as Unix is down low as well. And Overdose, well, they'll be licking their lips here. They'll be thinking, well, they're playing Morrigu. They don't actually know that there are many ways to attack on this map, as a double rifle nade from Brot will come in. It's answered up by a double MP40 frag from Unix. And it's all about the doubles here. Triples for singles as they make their way forward. Dynamite going to go down on the service door, and Morrigu will have another avenue to attack. Question is, will they use it? 6:15 on the board as the Juke will come up with a Thompson frag onto Unix. Right on Axis respawn time as we fly around looking for some allied players. We're going to find 2 of them making their way through that side entrance now, as Silent will come through. He's going to get a team fragged out as the 2 of them will go through. Romeo picked up 2 there. And we have got Romeo going to get shot down by the rifle nade of Whistle. And Juliet will follow suit as well. And, well, Romeo, wherefore art thou? As Duke will make his way up this side entrance. And again, the Morrigu side are slaughtered as they make their way up the stairs. And they are attacking from 2 places at once, which is a new thing for Morrigu. They didn't quite understand that you could do that on the first stage. But as now Toxic will make his way forward. 5:33 on the board as we have Morrigu making their way through. Overdose and Unix and Jonas, and they'll all pick up a frag. And, well, they will just put pressure from the side. They're going to lose Nugget to Romeo, and that's a nice little rifle nade from Whistle as Unix will get one as well. Brot will go down, and Overdose must be thinking to themselves, well, it's damned easy. And it is. Morrigu's attacking is unimaginative to say the least. They'll send 1 person down low, that'll be Jupe, and if he gets past Unix, which he doesn't, then he might make his way up the stairs. But Brot won't even land the rifle nade. They won't get past that front door. And now they'll send Toxic, maybe Romeo, yep, Romeo and Toxic, through the side as 2, and they'll just go at it, half-hearted, not timed. And, well, they're going to make 3 through the bottom level now, and the side entrance attack is with Toxic. And Nugget is the man, and well, maybe they're going to make me eat my words here. Nugget's going to come forward. And Toxic thought he was going to get some loving, but he's not going to. And that side entrance attack has got to go. Toxic, move. Oh, he's leaving the side. And, well, the idea is, well, he's going to join the attack, and there are 4 players coming up these stairs. K43 and MP40 frags coming in. Jonas has hit the deck, and Morrigu have 4 players converging on the documents. They're going to pick them up, and I'll tell you what, I might just have ripped into them for their attacks, but that one was well worked. And that one, Morrigu, was good, and good enough to get those objectives away. 4 minutes and 8 seconds on the board. Juliet is in trouble. Wherefore out there Romeo, because here comes Jonas from the rear. Jonas is going to make his way around, and Romeo is going to save Juliet. Oh, and Shakespeare would turn over in his grave, because that was beautiful. Romeo saving Juliet, as we now have Morrigu trying to make their way in towards the transmitter. Overdose have already locked it down. And now we have Unix and Whistle and Nugget all going through. And Romeo is down, as we now have the landmines raining in. And where are those documents? There with Juliet safe and sound, as Morrigu have 3 players pushing forward towards this transmitter. Nils is there as we look around. There's Cetos going to go down to the team to revive probably. And look at Junas. Junas is going to find Juliet, and Juliet's in trouble. Junas will power on through and take the frag. Right as the allied side respawn as well, and Toxic is running away from Jonas. I don't believe it. Where was Romeo when you need him? Where was Romeo? Shocking. You're inside the game. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left on this for Morrigu as Toxic. Well, Toxic is about as one-dimensional as it comes when he's just ignored Junas sitting in his spawn, and then was just run straight towards the objective, and it's just been blown away by the grenade as Unix will come up with an MP40 frag. Jupe is looking down, and Unix is on the prowl. Overdose with a double frag from Whistle's rifle nade, as Nils is going to grenade down towards the side entrance right on Access respawn. Toxic will make his way past that side entrance, and as we look up, Nils is going to find himself busy here because he's got Jonas that's in trouble up to the right-hand side, and Toxic will pick up those documents. Nils is down, Toxic away, and is he going to make it? Oh, flying from above, Nugget will not take the frag, and Toxic will get away. Yes, he will. No, shot down by Brock. He's on his own team. It was Romeo, and Romeo will move those documents away. As now the Toxic will move those documents away. Sorry, as now with 2 minutes and 11 seconds on this board, my connection starts to lag, which is just truly GGing. As Cytos will come up with a Luger frag, and the support file will come in from the Axis team. 5 Overdose players, count them 5, not 6. That means someone is somewhere behind them. Have made their way towards that transmitter, and it's Jonas. And now Romeo will avenge his Juliet's earlier death with the documents. Gordon Bennett is lagging like a bloody... As Romeo will come up with 2 MP4, make that 3 as Toxic comes up with another one, and they are going to move these documents home. Morrigu with Toxic will go up the ladder, and there is nothing to stop them. And now they will transmit the documents and set the time. It won't be fast, it won't be good, but it's a time nevertheless. 8 minutes and 29. 8 minutes and 29. You're inside the game. We shall return with the conclusion of Morrigu versus Overdose here on Frostbite. We're back and alive straight away. 8.5 minutes for Morrigu to hold on. I don't like those odds for Morrigu. They were not great on their offense, and that to me tells me they're not great on this map. Full stop, as the support fires will rain in, and we'll take down 1 engineer, but there's a second one from Nils, and Nils will go in and finish the dynamite off on the main door, and already they're a long, long way ahead of their opponents. And look what they're doing, the Overdose side. They're attacking from 2 places at once. They're keeping the Morrigu side busy at side, and there are 2 players there for Morrigu, and they both have to deal with Whistle, who they know are there, and is going to make their way forward. Unix with a Thompson frag will down Romeo. Junas and Nugget are going to med each other up, and the 2 of them will launch themselves over the door, and I like that one, as Junas will actually get dropped by Jupe and Toxic, as Unix will come up with a frag onto Jupe, and Romeo's in trouble, because Unix picked himself up another Thompson frag. Where the hell did he get there? As now Unix is going to get the revive, and already Overdose are going to get the job done on this first stage, and Morrigu are in trouble. We may be going to a 3rd map here, because Overdose are well and truly ahead of the game in terms of their first stage attack, and now they just need to deal with the 2nd and most important stage, and that is getting those documents away and transmitted, as Jupe will lock down the side entrance. Romeo is there, and 20 seconds left on the dynamite side, as now we have a grenade being launched down, as Toxic is going to go forward. Brock will grenade right on the respawn, as the Owl will claim 1 as well, and Jonas not see that, as Nugget is going to pick him up. Cephas will come forward. Unix is there, and 5, 6 Overdose players all circling around this main warehouse, and 4 of them will make their way up the lower entrances towards the truck 4 of them going to make their way towards Axis respawn, and Cetus with a double Thompson, and Whizzle with a rifle nade, and Overdose are about to cause them a whole lot of problems here, and they'll make their way forward, and Overdose will come up, and grenades will be launched, and Jupe and Silent and Romeo will all be called into action, and there's Romeo with 1, 2, 3, 4, oh yes, he's got him, and he's got them all, absolutely massacred from Romeo, and I'll tell you what, he may have stolen a few of those away from his teammates, but you can't forgive him. Romeo raging up for the Morrigu side, and they will lock down these documents one more time. Silent is there to help Romeo, and now Toxic is going to grenade up towards the light any second now. Just missed the respawn. 4 players from Overdose are there, and Jupe has pushed forward right on respawn. He did a little bit of damage to Nugget, but not much. Grenade from Romeo, and there it is. Romeo will claim another frag. That's 5 without reply for Romeo. Well, if he were to turn around, he might get 6. He has turned around. He has got 6. And Romeo will fall back, and we follow him because he is on fire. Documents under pressure. Morrigu in trouble now as Silent will come up with an MP40 frag, and Overdose will end that attack. And Romeo is going to push forward. And as he comes through, he's waiting. And Jonas is going to be the man that he finds. That'll be 7 without reply. And now finally he'll go down. But 7 straight frags, and that's spawn for Romeo. And I'll tell you what, I'm a fanboy. Overdose will now lock down everything. Jonas is going to make his way through that side entrance, and they've an attack coming through the middle and side. Nugget will go down, and he'll take Jupe with him. Romeo is not going to be able to revive Jupe. He has claimed himself an MP40 frag onto Jonas, but I think there's more coming his way. No, there isn't. And he'll get up to the documents where Toxic is there, and poised to strike, and here they will go. Here's Unix coming forward, grenade comes in, and that'll be that as the rifle nade from Whizzle blows away, nails it, gives his body. And while Overdose ended that attack themselves, Nugget grenading over to spawn exit as there's a rifle nade going to be sent one way. Jonas and Nugget have made their way all the way down to the generator and the stairs up by that document. It's Romeo that'll be there as the grenade gets launched up. Oh, foolish Romeo as he launched himself to his death, just naively losing the high ground. And now we have Jonas and Nugget going to come through. There's the grenade from Jupe. Oh, that was brilliant, blowing Nugget away, and that was like a bowling 9-10 split. I don't know whether that's the right term, but he just put that one right between the two of them and blew them to high heavens as they make their way forward. And Morrigu will lock everything down, and once again they recover. And I'll tell you what, they're under pressure from the time that they set, but their defense is coming up with some good replies to every question that Overdose are asking of them. Jonas now, and the questions are really being asked because Jupe and Romeo both down. Silent is going to have to get some revives. He is in trouble now as we have Silent coming up. Cetus is there. The documents will be picked up by Overdose Cetus, and Cetus is going to make his way through towards that side entrance as he will lose his hat in the process, but is away past the ammo and health packs and will be making his way through the lighthouse, and now will go through past the command post, and Overdose well and truly away with these documents. What do the Axis team have? Fire for effect is put down in front, and that'll be a signal of intent as Brot will trip every landmine going. And the documents with Cetus, they're going to run the gauntlet because there's one more bomb in that artillery. No, there isn't. And they've got the documents. They're going up that side entrance. A Pantherfaust now would say goodbye to Cetus. It is not going to come. And Overdose will take us to a third map. They'll get the job done, and they will transmit those documents. Good game. And Morrigu, well, I gave them the kiss of death. I said they were answering all the questions that Overdose answered. And Overdose posed them a real big question. It was too big. You're inside the game. We shall return in just a moment here, as we will probably, we will be moving on to a third map, and as we look around, there's one particular song that I figured we'd play in honor of Romeo and Juliet. As we're inside the game, that was Romeo and Juliet by Dire Straits. 3, 2, and 1. We're underway on radar as the Overdose side have clawed this one back after going one down on Supply Depot, and then picking up Frostbite. Just joining us, we're on the third and final map, radar. And here we go, Brot with a double rifle nade right between the eyes of Nugget and Nils. Romeo will go down, Toxic, Silent, both picking up a frag, and Morrigu have opened up a hole in that side defense, in that main road defense, if you will, in fact, as Brot will grenade in towards the wheel of the hut. As Unix is in trouble, Brot will now bowl that grenade into his face. And that'll be as subtle as a ton of bricks, as Morrigu open up that side defense and or main road defense. I can never understand what quite to call the main road. Because it's not I always thought it was a side, but side is where the side door is, and, well, I'm just an idiot. That's all you need to know, I'm an idiot. However, Morrigu come up with 2 quick frags, as now we have got a rifle nade going to come through. Allied side capture that forward bunker. Well, that'll be that. Axis team self-kill, and Engineer will make his way forward, and it's Silent that's there, and the job is done. Nicely done from the Morrigu side, and that first stage was over inside a minute and 5. And as Overdose will push forward, and just for those that don't know, Romeo is Tekua. You may know him from being one of the greatest players in enemy territory, or you may know him from Idle, one of the greatest teams in enemy territory. As Juliet is Wesbo. You may know him from being Wesbo. As we have 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the board, and we look around to that right-hand side. The Jupe is going to make his way up to the side, and we have got Jonas is there, Nils there, and side is well fortified for the Axis side. Nils is in trouble as Jupe comes to play, and Jupe has done some damage to Nils and done a lot of damage. They'll finish him off, and they will get that dynamite down. There are no landmines there, and that side entrance as well. If you're going to have two people there, you might as well do something about it. Don't just sit Jonas waiting inside the command post to, twiddle his fingers. It's just not going to happen. And Jonas is probably going to go upside any second now, and that will allow Toxic to go forward. In fact, Toxic already has a uniform, so he may be able to go through and towards side. And they just can't boost Toxic up in time. And it just is not working. And, Jonas is on the other side of the door, and if they ever get Toxic up, then that'll be good. But as... Well, they got an engineer up. They got half the job done. They will wait on Jonas, who's down there. The dynamite will blow. There are 6 players there. And now here they go. Riflenator's going to join in, and they'll open that top door as well. And they are in, and they are going to make their move through the top and through the lower entrance. Very nicely done, very nicely timed. Romeo unceremoniously blown away. There's a Unix and Whistle, and Unix will come up with his third. And Overdose will lock everything down. And, but they've still got Toxic through, and he's blown the command post away. Good job, Toxic. He finished everything off, and they just locked it looked like it was all over, but Toxic, in an Axis uniform, managed to fool everyone and throw a satchel charge in. They have an engineer, his name is Whistle, and he will get the construction back underway. And the Overdose side will lock it all down one more time, but... Nice try from Morrigu, you have to give it there, as the grenade will come in from Whistle, and that'll blow them all to high heavens as he pushes forwards to get the give. He won't, and they don't let the engineer go in first, even though he's on a revive invulnerability. The grenade will come down from the engineer, and he'll blow himself away. Jupe's going to mid himself up, because he is next to dead. As now we have TosspoT making his way forward and leading the assault. It'll be Jonas that'll pick up both frags, and again, for the medic, and get absolutely nowhere. Brot is waiting for a revive outside. Satchel charge will go in, and they get the job done. We now have the ceremony, which is enemy territory. Let's spam the V-Say bind from someone else and think that we're funny. And you get that in every game you play now. 8 minutes and 10 seconds on the board as everyone falls back or pushes forward onto this final stage. East and West radars spinning quite happily at the moment, but as an allied respawn comes in, we're going to see Morrigu make their assault. They've 2 players in the shed underneath those East radar parts. They've only Jonas to contend with, and they're going to go on out now. And Jonas is going to pick up 1, they're going to pick up 2, but the revive came in, and Jupe is in trouble as a grenade will go up behind him from Whistle, and they get the give as well. Romeo with just a Luger is going nowhere fast, as now he will join Brot, who's waiting on a boost. Romeo could really offer Brot a hand there, but he's not going to, and they will join up, and Romeo will go it alone. I don't know how the hell he got there on his own, but he's got those documents, and he's got them away, and the East radar pods are moving in Romeo's backpack, and Morrigu will push over towards this spinny radar. They've got Toxic there, he'll boost himself up, put a fire for effect down, get shot down by anything that moves on that right-hand side, and gets a revive, but they're going to have to contend with an absolute barrage of fire coming from over there. MP40 bullets litter the side of this map. And it's Morrigu. Now let's just check, because I think one of the players has actually pushed forward from the Axis team and lost him. They have. It's Romeo, and Unix is pushing behind him. Right as they secure those East radar parts. And, well, they were close. But Romeo and Juliet and Jupe got those parts away. And, well, close as it was close but no cigar, and Cetus is going to push forward. And apparently his Swedish pronunciation of Cetus means something very, very feminine that we're not going to get into right now, as 6 minutes and 30 seconds go up, and Toxic will go around towards these East radar parts. Nothing moving there. He can just he's got the fire for effect, and he'll put it right in front of the documents, and that is where absolutely no one is currently. And if they were to pick up those documents, they would actually not be able to get them away because of that fire for effect. So interesting that he decided to put the FFE in the most useless place possible. However, congratulations, as Overdose will lock everything down in this on the back of the green bank, if you will, which is where they've been defending the entire map. They line up maybe 4 players along the tree stumps and just lay down the fire. And as Nugget and TosspoT come up with a frag apiece, there's no way of contending with this crossfire from the Overdose team right now. And Morrigu will push forward. Thompson frag comes in, and Whizzle is going to make his way forward with an MP40 frag. And there is Silent. He has a grenade in hand, and the grenade will get dropped down, and it will do nothing. And Silent will now make his way through this main entrance at Overdose. Looking pretty comfortable right now, it has to be said, with 5.5 minutes on the board. No one's made a grab on the west radar pods. In fact, no one's come close. The Morrigu side have got nowhere fast in making this one. They've launched, well, they've launched nothing. They're 5 for affecting the rogue places. They're going to get a grenade frag from Jupe and a Thompson frag from Toxic, and Romeo will lead that assault up, and the objectives will be grabbed, and they are away with Jupe, and Jupe will move those documents very, very quickly past and up towards the east entrance rather than going through main. He's taking fire in the back, and he will go down, and Silent is the last man standing. He'll get those pods away just over the hill. And, well, Jupe will now turn around and lay down the fire onto the engineer, onto the medic that was chasing. And the Axis team now are pushing forward towards this truck. Brot is there. Here comes one from Brot. Toxic with another Unix MP40 frag. The revives have gone in, and Overdose have locked down this truck, and they've won the battle. But there's 2 allied players going to come from behind, but they haven't dealt with the threat of TosspoT, who's behind them. And this map is going all over the place, as we now have Jupe going to go down to TosspoT with the MP40 frag. West radar pass lost, and where the hell are they? As they push forward, and they should really follow those. It's Brot that has the parts. He's sitting inside the flag room, and maybe I shouldn't get so excited about just that, as now they make their way forward. Here comes Silent. Grenade comes out. He trips a landmine, and it's all on Nils now. Nils and, TosspoT is there as well. They will push forward. There's 1 landmine still to play its part in this, and Jupe will survive it. And Romeo's coming forward, and the Axis team will pick up 2 quick frags. Nugget, 1, 2, 3, clearing house. Now revives are going to come in from this last end medic, and they will not get anywhere. And they know that there aren't many allied players left up to defend the objective, so maybe they can cover this somewhere. Toxic 1-2 with the MP40, and now the allied team respawn, and the documents with Brot will push forward surely now. Jupe comes to frag, and they're screaming, go, go, go. Wezel is still maybe alive as the support fire rains in. Juliet blown away. Unix is there, not going to do anything, and still Overdose survive at this truck. I thought it was over for good that time. And, well, they've held on for 2 minutes at this truck, and Brot will self-kill. They'll transfer out these documents. Jupe will pick them up this time, and now it is Whizzle going to go on through, and they will throw a grenade on it, and Jupe will just watch his 6 as he waits for those documents. He may run them out towards the ammo packs, and Nils and Unix will pick up an MP40 frag each, as Romeo is going to move on in. Silent is going to go down, and they'll come underneath the bridge this time around, as TosspoT is there. 4 players up for Overdose still at the truck itself. And the parts are where exactly? They only moved them a little bit, but they still sit. Fire for effect is about to rain in on the truck. Unix is there. Nils is going to push behind, and down Toxic is he. He's in trouble actually. As Brot will take some Luger fire from Nugget. Not going to happen. Overdose will come up with an MP40 frag. And here come Morrigu once again, and they've been stuck at this truck for 3 minutes now, and they are going nowhere fast. The documents are still with Jupe, and he's still wondering, well, wouldn't I be better just not playing this game? As Silent comes up with 2, and they will push the Axis side back, but they can't get the give. Morrigu just need to whip out the heavy artillery now, launch a few FFEs and whip out a Panther, something, because the Overdose side are quite happy to group up, as the revives will come in now, and now surely they'll move. There are 3 players there. 1 support fire has been launched out again by Whizzle, and that'll buy some time. Jupe's going to move forward. They've blocked off the support fire quite cleverly, and they will secure the west radar pods. With 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go, they say GG, but Morrigu will know that truck staged over 3 minutes. We could be looking at a very different game if they'd secured that truck. It would have been a 6-minute game rather than a 9-minute game. And I'll tell you what, that is a very long time. We'll be right back here inside the game. 6 seconds left on this one. 6 players left already up on this one, sorry. And we shall return in just a moment. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the decider. And in 9 minutes, we'll know who wins. 3, 2, 1, and fight. Morrigu took the first map that was Supply Depot, but then on Frostbite, Overdose came and overdosed out those Morrigu players. And in what has been 2 very close maps, it was Radar that was picked as the decider. And if you're just joining us, Morrigu set 9 minutes or so, being held 3 minutes with the documents at the truck. And, well, Overdose now know just play a conservative game and they will win, as the construct from Armpost and TosspoT and Unix will move on forward, and the Allied side will capture that forward bunker, and the job will be done as Junus will push forward. And this first stage is over way too quickly for Morrigu's liking. 9 minutes and 10 seconds still to go. And, that is going to cause them some problems here if they cannot pick up some just, all-round just time-wasting maneuvers. Then they are going to, well, then they're going to lose this game. There's nothing they could do about it. Look, there we go. Whizzle's going to push forward. He will make his move up through the bushes and up towards side, where we've already had one frag. Dynamite goes down on the main entrance. Is there anything that can stop anyone at side? No, there isn't. And well, Whizzle will come up and push the. We'll put the dynamite down. Jupe is there, and Brot is going to make his move forward. Jupe will come on up, and they will wait. Grenade down on towards Whizzle, who's actually right at the door, and the three of them are there. Dynamite goes in, Rifle Nade goes nowhere, and as Toxic is going to get a revive from Jupe, who will go down instantly, and the grenades will rain down, and Whizzle should surely die eventually. No, he'll be able to self-kill out rather than get shot down. Reached the main entrance, and the side entrance is just another 10 seconds or so, 15 seconds away, and already this first stage is slipping away from Morrigu, and with it their chance of the finals, as we have Morrigu making their way forward now. Junus is going to get shot down in the back with 7:55 on the board. Unix is there, and then Woody and Hanley will cross toward that side entrance. Silent is there. We have got Juliet as well, and Morrigu are going to lock down from the green knoll of the back of that west radar part to the main entrance, which is interesting enough, as they will send some over towards side as well. And the Allied side are already there, as they push forward. Command Post has been down, and Whistle's going to make his way through. He gets it up. Double Thompson frag from Nils is there, and Overdose will push forward. There are 3-4 players there from Overdose already, and they will get away from side. And that is lightning fast, ladies and gents. 90 seconds for main and side to be blown and moved on from, as Morrigu will now have to pull something special out on the document stage itself. I don't know whether they've got that, because on Frostbite they relied on some very, very strong individual plays to get the job done. And now as Overdose push forward, Toxic is there. Overdose will come through, and Morrigu will look at this game and say, you know what, we do lose this, and I'm saying this with 6 minutes and 50 to play. If they do lose this, they'll look at this and say, we really need to learn how to attack, because quite frankly, they don't know how to attack. And it was evident on Frostbite. It was evident on radar as well, that when they got stuck, and well, now they're going to have to rely on their defense to get them into the final. I'm not actually sure who got into the final from the other semi-final. We will take a look and ask NXM who as they will come through. We have Nils going to grenade over, and he will pick up the East radar button if he doesn't throw his grenade on it, which he does. And Overdose will push forward. They'll pick up those documents and move away. Luga frag from Toxic. Whizzle is away. Jonas is going to make his way forward, and the spinny radar is now the focus of an attack as they'll make their way forward. Jonas is going to lay down some fire. Juliet as well as Jupe are there, and it's going to be Silent will join up as well. And the three of them aiming to lay down a lot of fire from that position. I just don't think they're going to with just three, and then no other fire seems to be coming from anywhere. Now we have got Toxic and Romeo laying down fire from east, and that will cover that main entrance as well with quite the barrage. But as they make their way forward, it's going to be a grenade coming on through. Silent drops back. And now we have got ourselves the West Radar really under siege, as the Allied side will secure those West Radar pots. The second semi-final hasn't been won or lost just yet by either two teams, as we have got ourselves Whizzle and TosspoT is there, as they make their way forward now. And we'll just charge on in. It's going to be TosspoT that'll join Whizzle, and underneath that bridge, it's Unix that's there under the bridge, and the three of them are just reviving and shooting and reviving and shooting and pushing forward and pushing forward. Double grenade sends Unix and TosspoT to high heavens. Whizzle's going to make his way up around the back. He avoids the landmine. He's got half health, and the ACP will come on out, and Whizzle will pick up the documents. He'll trap Brot's landmine, and Brot's double grenade and that landmine. They just have saved that attack for Morrigu. but the writing might just be on the wall as Brot will secure those radar parts. He'll put the landmine back down in position, just in between the wood, as Unix will make his way through, up towards the second Axis respawn point. Jonas is there with a Thompson frag, answered up by Toxic, but here they come. Morrigu under attack from their own spawn, and it'll be TosspoT coming through the gully, up towards the back of them, and Juke's going to get raged any second now. He doesn't know he's there. TosspoT is going to move on those parts. Oh, Juke saves the day. Unix went down to silence MP40, and they will make their way forward, and they are going to push forward and make their way in towards the first Axis respawn, and will come through. And now they come through that main entrance. TosspoT and Wizzle are both there, and now we have got ourselves TosspoT going in towards the gully, joined by Wizzle, and it's all on Juliet, and he won't get it. Juke's on full spawn if he misses this. He's running for his life, but will get saved by Juliet, and Juke will survive, and with 3 minutes and 50 on the board, the Overdose side are pushing Morrigu to their limits, and Jupe and Toxic will just about survive again. Jupe will come up with another MP40 frag. Toxic won't survive as Junas claims one. Romeo and Nils exchanging frags, and into the Axis respawn they go. The respawn for the Allied side as well. Unix and TosspoT will come through that main entrance any second now. 3.5 minutes to go. Morrigu on the rocks, but still standing. And as they push forward, it's going to be Junas now making his way towards the bridge. He'll have to drop down, in fact, and go around Axis respawn way. Unix with a Thompson frag drops silent. And they're coming, but they're not getting there just yet. 3:15 on the board as we have Toxic to make his way around the back. Wizzle and Nils coming all the way around the back of Axis respawn, chasing down Toxic as we have Juke with a double MP40 frag. Nils is there, and Nils is just going to turn around and be shot down by 3 men. And Junas will come over that bridge right now, unopposed. There are 3 Axis players there. Junas, I love this, he's using the bushes for comfort, and he's hiding and he's in position, and Morrigu don't know it. Morrigu have no clue that with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Junas is a stone throw away from picking up those documents, but he waits, and he waits, and he waits, and he sits forward. He's going to make his way forward now, and will drop down towards the, still inside the bushes. In fact, he's edged a little bit further forward inside the bushes. Junas sits inside that bush and can see the documents. He can grab them, but he's got Axis players all around him. Luger frag from Toxic on to Nugget, and the self-kills come in, and Junas is going to move. He'll pick up the documents. He won't trip the landmine, and they've no idea where he was hiding, and now he will get shot down. Nils has the documents. He will get shot down. Toxic saves the day for Morrigu. In 2 minutes and 15 seconds, the documents are down. Toxic is out as well. Wizzle will claim that one, and Morrigu have had to throw all balls to the walls as to reclaim those documents. It's Juke that did it. Came at the cost of his own life, and more importantly, his position. Brot is down at the documents. Silent is running around everywhere with those medpacks just to survive. And now there are players coming up the gully. It's TosspoT that's there. He down Silent. Objective picked up. Nugget going under the bridge. 153 on the board. And this, maybe that. No, it's not. West radar parts lost as Nils will go down. And Morrigu fight on again with 4 frags. The documents lay down on that main road. No one is there to pick them up. Romeo will come across. And he will get the job done for Morrigu. And with now 95 seconds left to go, the pendulum swings because Morrigu have caught their opponents on a fairly long spawn that will just allow them to get back into position. And right on the Axis respawn time, they regroup, and Morrigu are back in business here, and they've really forced that pendulum to swing away. Nugget is underneath the bridge laying down some fire. Really hard to shoot at position. Junas has made his way again in front of those documents. He's picked up a Thompson frag. TosspoT will claim another one. Junas is going to get a grenade to boost him a long way around. The West radar lost. Unix is down. Nugget's going to pick up the parts. They're going to make their way through the main entrance. He's going to get shot down, is he? Yes, he will. Junas will go down. Double Luger frag from Juke. And I do not believe it. That is sensational from Juke. But the radar parts are now going to be picked up by Nils. They've been picked up once before. Wizzle had them. 53 seconds on their board. And Nils has the documents. And it's not over yet. This is the end of all matches. As Nils will double back around towards Axis respawn. He can't go side. He doesn't have the time. Panther Faust from Toxic. Subtle as a ton of bricks. Double Luger frag again from Juke. Is he going to get the hat-trick? Yes, he will. Juke gets the hat-trick of Luger frags. And oh my god, that's 5 in total without reply. He ran out of MP40 bullets, and he just said, I'm going to do this ghetto styling, as he whipped down a double Luger frag to return those documents, then a triple Luger frag to clear out the main road, and save the day once again. And with 19 seconds to go, the boost is on. Wizzle can't quite make it up that wall, and if he does, grenade from Juliet, and Overdose are down, and Overdose are out of ET Cup 18. And the final will feature Morrigu as Unix comes up with a double Thompson frag. Well played, good game set by both teams. I do not believe it. I am going to have a heart attack. We'll be right back. You're inside the game.